Good day, and welcome to Arizona. Here's where it's at again. All right. Some experimenting with new stuff for the stream. Not very exciting for anyone else but me, but I'm having fun. So, have a look at this gorgeous plane. It's a fantastic paint job. Red on black. Rather, yeah. It's a lovely plane. Can't get enough of it. But it's time to go fly. And the plan today is to cross over or through the Phoenix class Bravo. So there's transition through the Bravo airspace, east-west route that goes north-south. Now that's interesting, isn't it? You can very clearly see, as I do, that that route goes north-south, but it's called the east-west route. Now, I've flown this a couple of times, and it's not a very clear procedure. Of course, what they mean is, of course, whether you go to the west or the east of the complex. And it's based, as it says, upon the runway in use. And but it doesn't say what the actually it does. It kind of says, but it's kind of cagey about what it means, because as you can see here now, let's just have a look at the east route, for example. Altitude assigned as ATC. The altitudes are 4.5 and 5.5, so that's fine. Aircraft should fly between the Hohokam Expressway, state route 145, and the approach end of runways 26 and 25. Okay, so that would be this segment here, the approach end of the west runways. So I would guess that that would happen when it's in west flow, because the place, if you're going to fly over part of a runway, the safest place is at the approach end, because that's where the plane tends to be lowest, because on the departure end the planes are rocketing up. So the east route is for west flow, and the west route, because that's the opposite basically, should be when it's east flow. So that's my hypothesis. It's not explicit about it, and it doesn't say why it's written like this. And it's a bit silly, because it would make it easier for pilots, because I'm kind of guessing it would be just so much easier if I say that when it's on west flow you do the east route, because then you will be on the east side of the airport at the approach end. So that's going to be my hypothesis, and I'll see what ATC says about it. And looking at the weather, the wind is from 260, so it's blowing straight down the pike that way, which means people will be landing towards the west, which means I will be going on the east flow, or on the east crossing, east route, which means at the golf course I will hang a right turn to cross or follow this highway, and then kind of go back in towards the middle. So for some reason they go to great lengths, or at least some length, to avoid saying that you can fly over midfield, which is probably for reasons. So yes, that should be interesting. And David, I'm also hearing rumors about that. I kind of doubt it, because I'm going to be in Oslo, which is a shame, because I really wanted to join on that Oregon run. But I think that's not going to happen, unfortunately. Very, very sad about that. Anyways, so I actually experimented with the thought of flying above the airspace, but that kind of defeats the purpose of this little leg here from Chandler to Deer Valley, which is leg 3 of the Arizona Alphabet Challenge on PilotEdge. And yes, I could fly it on X-Plane Mobile, but can I connect to PilotEdge with that? Because I will have my iPad with me, so I will actually be on a concert in Oslo at about the time of the group flight. So that would be interesting for me to be sitting there listening to one of my previous piano teachers play a concert with my iPad, flying, ground looping with the Beaver, because I don't have rudder pedals on my iPad. Now that's a bunch of interesting thoughts, I'd say. I'll make Keith create X-Plane on the iPad client within the next couple of days. I'm sure he can do it. Let's see here. So anyway, I need to be in contact with and get a Bravo crossing regardless. I don't have an option. Okay, well, I guess I'll just bring my iPad then to the concert, and I can fly it and set up a stream, and then you can watch me fly on my iPad. So I'm kind of with you. Okay, anyways, I need a Bravo transition clearance regardless, so I'll do what ATC says. The wind is out of the west, so I'm going to be departing runway 22. I'm going to take the right side and go straight out and just leave the confines of the Bravo shelf and get with Phoenix approach and take it from there. So let's pre-flight this plane and get out of here. I've already loaded up the stuff that it needs as far as fuel and stuff. So I just need to pull all the flags out. And oh no, the chocks will remain. I forgot that I haven't. At least I don't think I have. No, I didn't set the parking brake. How many times have I forgotten about that? I want to try to avoid doing that silly mistake again. having the plane roll away. There we go, chocks off. Let's see here. Second, that would be today for my local time. Tomorrow for you. What is your nearby Bravo, David? And do they have a published crossing, or do you have to just call and beg for it? All right, let's see here. Vectors. Okay. Well, these procedures are basically vectors. It's just that they are already written. I have a feeling that I've forgotten something here. Well, I'll take it as I go. 3,500. Okay, sure. 3,500 through a Bravo. That is low, but then again, San Francisco allows that as well. So, right. So now I'm going to try something here. I just coughed up this neat little thing. Actually, I can do it like this. So I have two iPads sitting here. I have another one sitting right in front of me here with the checklist. I'm drowning in screens now. Let's just have a quick count. I have my iPhone there. One. That screen. My stream thing. The big one. The GPS I don't use actually, so that's good. Two iPads, 5. That's it. So I could have 7 screens there at the most. Too much technology. Okay, let's do a flow here before I start worrying about the checklists. Off, back, up, off, down, on, and everything here should be off. Off. Yes, no, that was still at auto. So, good. Checked. The vector over the airport itself. So yeah, that's basically what I'm thinking about in terms of this Bravo transition here at Phoenix. It's usually where they want you, but they want you over the approach end. Let's see here. By the way, I'm not sure if you've seen, but I just saw someone post or have posted. It's a year or two ago. Modification of the TBM panel so that it kind of is a little bit darker because there are light is coming into places where it's not supposed to, apparently. So like this box there is always filled with light that usually doesn't show up. So I might actually try that just to see how it looks. Yeah, okay, so you've flown the Phoenix. I've done that too. But would you say that what it asks for is for you to actually expect to fly over the approach end of the runway, and not the departure end? That's kind of what makes sense for me, but if that's what you think as well. Okay, power on. Okay, see things are waking up here. Right over the numbers, yeah. So So that means I'm going to be doing the east route today because it's blowing out of the west.
Aural warning, okay.
Alrighty. Okay, let's do the oxygen test here. Oh, how nice. Yep. Exactly, that's what I'm thinking as well. But it's kind of weird in the procedure on the tack chart. It doesn't explicitly say that. It could be clearer. Okay, all this is in order. Yeah, exactly. So you would run straight into them. All right, so let's see here. Okay, that's why I have a checklist. Actually, I'm gonna pull up also just for the fun of it because I created my own checklist here, or changed it. So I'm actually going to do that. I'm going to take that one away today just because I want to test. Yeah, it does say it does kind of say, but it doesn't say. Well, it's kind of cagey in how it's worded. So you can just look it up and see. It's not very explicit. Anyway, so brakes are set. Residual ITT, none. It's like outside temperature, check. Battery, more than 24.5, checked. Inertial separator is off. Throttle cut off. And the manual override is also fully back. And here's the rub. Here's the one that killed my first TBM. Ignition. Auto. That's going to be a much more good start to have that. On. And strobes on. Put the nav lights on as well. And boost pump. Let me just actually set this to a tank. Also verify that I have fuel here. I have fuel. Very good. And boost pump on. And it's yelling at me because I turned it on. The Lancer is probably, at least at reasonable altitudes, just as fast as a TBM. Okay, boost pump is on. Prop area is, at least for now, clear. Okay, and then comes all that nonsense. Okay, so let's get it done. Let's burn this engine up. Okay, I'm gonna set it to that mode so that I have screen in case this one goes dead. I have this one. Okay, so timer, 2 second stutter, 13 ng, and then bring the thunder. 1, 2, and here we go. 13, and it's lighting up. Good. 15 seconds. 700, 750, and it's stopping. Good. 30 before 30. Good. Oil pressure is coming up. And passing 50. The starter should... it's off. Good. And... good to go. Generator can come on. Starter is off. And we have RPM. Always exciting. And we can put the AC on and the bleed. And of course, the inertial separator. Trims, fuel selector, and that can go to auto, so we don't have that screaming boost pump going on, and we can turn strobe lights off. And all that is good. Okay, let's check that the that one is on the left side now. It's on the right side, so good, that works. That the speeds of the Lancer, of course, is lower, but it's not difficult to. That was the inertial separator. It's not difficult to at least find a working range of speeds. Because it's you know, the TBM can be flown slower. Right. I'm gonna light up a little bit here. Thus. Also, flight plan. So I'm gonna set up. What is the DVT for Deer? I was about to say Deer Park. That's not the place. Deer Valley? Is that what it's called again? Deer Valley. KDVD. It's not writing. Come on. There you go. KDV. What the hell? What's going on? Ah, okay, maybe it wants me to be in this mode. Well, it can write now at least. DVT, for dog's sake. Okay. And activate leg. Well, it is activated. Anyway, let's get the trim set. That's set. How about rudder trim? A little bit of that. Okay. If you're both still around, David and or Thomas, I'm gonna try something that I haven't quite yet understood, and that's a part of the VNAV. VNAV Direct. So I'm gonna try to enter a couple of waypoints on my route here, just to have something to work with, so I can test if I understand how the VNAV Direct works. So what I think it means is that if you have a bunch of step downs, you could take one of those and just say, I'm gonna want to have VNAV direct to that now, not in 2 minutes. I don't want top of descent to be in 5 minutes or 2 minutes or whatever. I want it to be now. So you can click that and you know, set it so it doesn't do anything if you're already on the VNAV descent. But if you want to, if you are, for example, told by ATC that they want you to descend, you can set it to that, and you can kind of, you know, have it, you know, go directly into the VNAV mode. I'm just going to try it out on the crossing here, just to see if I can make it work. So there's a couple of, let's see here if I can pull this up properly here. There's a couple of fixes that I can use for this. So for example, the golf course here. Come on now. There we have it. Waypoint AUG, so Watuki golf course. So that's one I'm going to be using, and I'm going to also, yeah, I'm going to just drive to the south here before I get the clearance, and also this is not going to be a waypoint, I think, but I can just set a marker there. And this peak is going to be the other one that I'm going to have in the course. Actually, I'm going to put something here. What is the closest thing I can put here? Maybe the, yeah, no, that's going to be the VOR is slightly off, of course. There's a fix there of some sort. I'm going to just try to use that, just to see how that works. Okay. So, that's my plan here. And also, I'm not seeing anything here. This one usually does the trick. I'm going to take a little bit more. Better. So, before DVT, I want VP A WG. Did it find it? Who is noising with me here now? Let's PilotEdge Discord. So that's right there. That's sensible. And the next one is going to be IPHX. IPHX. And $13 miles away. Okay, that's sensible. Okay, let's go for it. I'm gonna check the. I have to check the map afterwards anyway. And VP PEK. VP PEK. Enter. Let's now have a look at that flight plan. See if that checks out. Okay, so it takes me to the golf course, to the IPHX in the final box. Perfect. And that Piestewa Peak, and to the airport. Okay, that's good. So now I can add some altitudes to this to see if I can finagle the VNAV thing to be something of use. So let's just say, for example, I want I'm gonna want to be 4 miles in before Phoenix Deer Valley. I want to have a long track offset of let's say -4 miles. Ugh, good grief. Wrong button. -4 miles, so just at the edge of the delta. I want yeah, whatever it's gonna be 1,500 feet, and can't I set it to be now I'm being distracted here. The Hawker driver is sending me TBM material. Now that's interesting. I need to get into that. But anyway, I'm gonna deal with that afterwards. I thought I could set this to AGL. Where can I do that? Is that here? Nope. Okay, regardless, I'm gonna set it to 3,000 feet then, because that's gonna be 1,500 feet AGL. So 3,000. Enter. Okay. So that's one part. I want to be at that exit waypoint here. Let's say 5,500. I'm not sure what ATC is going to give me for crossing altitude, but I'm going to assume 5,500. Could be that or 4,500, but I'm going to assume that the whole way. Yeah, so I need to set that here as well. Yeah, well, just going to set it. Should probably be some way of making it do that automatically, but anyway. So now I have an altitude to descend to, and once I'm out of the surface Bravo, I might be told to proceed on course and altitude on discretion, or they descend me or whatever. Then I can try clicking VNAV direct to the 4 miles outside of Deer Valley, just to see how that works. I may have completely misunderstood how that thing works, but that's the button right there that I'm talking about. That very one. So I'm gonna just this is gonna be an experiment of that type. All right, enough faffing around. Burning expensive fuel here by just sitting here. I could have done this with the engine off. All right. I think that's good. Let's zoom in so I have an idea of what's going on here. And put taxi lights on. And everything else here is reasonable, isn't it? It is. Good. So, Thomas, everything for me in this plane is slightly scary. I feel... I'm very excited about this plane, but I don't feel very much at home here. I feel like I'm slightly faking it. Okay, let's see. That, and that's going to be GPS. And altimeter 3005. Set, and set. Okay. Altitude. Pre-select 5,500 is what I'm going to be climbing to. And I will set this to OBS for now, so I can have my lovely runway config. Let's see here. 2.2 is what I'm going for. Set. And is that alert? Inside airspace, okay, fine. And let's see here. I want to be, so I'm gonna be in a 6,000 feet shelf. So I'm actually good to go more or less direct towards that golf course. But I will be closing in on the 5,000 shelf. So I'm gonna be a little bit careful about that. And let's see, who am I gonna be talking to here? Actually, I can use the frequency I was on yesterday, because I was handed off by Phoenix Approach just outside of the Delta here. So if that's still in the comm, I can use that. 119.2. Yeah, there it is. See if that checks out with any of this. Doesn't really check out with that. Sure, I like that. No, I'm not going to take the chance. So, which one of these will I be using? Probably this one. 123.7. 123. Ugh, good grief. So this switching of frequencies on that tiny comm thing is going to be that's going to quickly get old. So the more I fly this airplane, the more chance there is that I'm going to buy one of those real sim gear units. Good grief. So a TBM is an expensive plane. All right. Let's go taxi. Let's go taxi indeed. Get these just so I don't have to look at the cast messages for those. Right. Brakes off. Brakes are off. So I'm at Chandler Air Service and I'm going straight out to runway 22. And I'm still on the right frequency, 126.1. Alright, good. Chandler traffic. TBM 133 Kilpapa taxiing runway 22 right. Chandler. How did it get dark? For God's sake, I loaded up here ages before sunset. What happened? Well, I'm slow. That's what happened. Oh, the sunset. Ah. Now you're clever. That must be some European thing, I think. I don't think an American could figure that out. Now let's be careful here so I don't taxi into an active runway here. So Alpha is crossing here. That's going to be the one I take. So there's a hotspot very close by here. So probably people taxi onto the runway without knowing it. So okay, here's the movement area coming up. And it's clear on the right. And I'm not going over there. That's Mike. I'm going to the left here. Okay, coming up on November, which is going to be my takeoff position. Chandler traffic. TBM 1-3 Tricky Papa holding short 2 right. Chandler. Alright. Okay, let's see if I can see anybody in the pattern. I see someone up there. That's someone flying into Sky Harbor. Now to think, this is the old ancient stone tablet that is X-Plane 11. It looks kind of good. Okay, let's do my feathering checks here. I forgot about that. I should have done that on the ramp. Okay. And lights, all of that. All the other thing on top is on. So it just need lights are the one that are needed. Well, that is so slow coming back up. Battery amps and all of that is good. Cast messages, engine instruments, good. Okay, let's do one more, just for show. Can take it out immediately and take flaps while I'm waiting. Altitude is on the transponder is on altitude. Altitude is selected, and I'm going to be rotating around 85 today. So, okay. Did I forget anything? Speak out now, or forever hold your thumb. Okay, so I'm going to be departing straight out and go for a while, so that I have time to get my bearings. Maybe turn out slightly to the south, actually. Okay, nobody's coming. Chandler traffic, TBM 133 Kilpapa, taking off runway 22 right, straight out. Chandler. Lights all on. Do I need this cabin light? Nope. On. Good. Let's see here. Are we on the correct runway here? 22 right, seen on the synthetic vision. I see nothing on the runway, but I might have passed the numbers. RPM, that's good. Let's bring the torque. Engine green and 70, 85. Good grief. Gear up. What am I doing? What am I wobbling around for? Some horrid flying here. Forgot to put the gear down. Oh, well. It's gonna happen. You know it. Channel traffic, TBM 133 Kilpapa, upwind, runway 22 right. Climbing through 2300. Channel. Well, let's have a look on the outside. It isn't an ugly sim. It isn't. The plane, however, is black body. Doesn't allow any light to come out anyway. Okay, flappage can come up. And I'm outside of the delta. Chandler traffic. TBM 133 Kill Papa is climbing through 3,200, 3 miles southwest, departing the area to the southwest. Final call, Chandler. Yeah, can you explain what that means? Why are they doing it, and how, and what's that procedure like? The military guys saying check gear down or whatever, but that's ATC, isn't it? That says that. Let's try this. Let's fly like this. This heading, and I'm gonna take flight level change. That's what I wanted. Set it to 165. Okay, so I'm under the 6,000 feet shelf, so I better be careful here. Because of the high workload in a single pilot high-speed jet, ATC will say check gear with the clear. Well, actually, they better do that with me then. This is a high workload for me. Okay, Phoenix approach set. Okay, sneaking up on the 5,500, and I'm actually soon going to be outside of the confines of the Bravo in any shape or form. That's good. I'm going to need the time. So I'm going to fly outbound a little bit. Okay, so the pilot will volunteer that information then. Okay. Well, I could say it to myself then. Okay, let's get back into CDI and power back a little bit here. I don't need to go screaming away.
Back for 3 Echo Bravo, Roger.
And we have people on the radio. That's good. I'll turn up the volume a little bit so I can hear something. Alright, so let's have a look at this one, while also keeping an eye out for traffic, because busy airspace, you never know. So now we have okay, so that's the VNAV waypoint. Can I change that? Okay, let's set it up like that. This is very bad form to be heads down, but okay, never mind. I'll deal with that later. Let's go direct. Regardless, direct VPOG. And I'm gonna just go nav, see what it does. Okay. So because it has already contact with that, it's on the course here. It's gonna be able to go there. Right, so I'm gonna call up Phoenix Approach and tell them that I'm, what am I, about 20 miles south?
Centennial clearance delivery, Senior 745 Whiskey Romeo, IFR to Hotel Delta, November, Deer Valley. Ready to copy.
20 miles south.
745 Whiskey Romeo, Centennial clearance cleared to the Hayden Airport, Rocky 5 departure, Kremlin transition, and Let us file, maintain 8,000, departure frequency 126.1, squawk 5112.
K5 Whiskey Romeo, cleared to the Hayden Airport. Rocky 5 departure trimling transition, then is file departure on 126.1 and squawk 5112.
5 Whiskey Romeo, roger, maintain 8,000 and the rest of the reback is correct.
Maintain 8,000, 5 Whiskey Romeo.
Phoenix approach. TBM 133 Kill Papa is 20 miles south of Phoenix, 5,500. Request the east transition northbound.
For 133 Kilo Papa Phoenix approach. Good afternoon, squawk 4242.
4242 TBM 3 Kill Papa. How about that? 42. 42 fortuitous.
With 3 Kilo Papa, straight to contact 18 south of the Phoenix BOR, cleared to the Bravo airspace via the east route northbound. Maintain VFR at, actually you want to remain at 5,500?
5,000 is perfect and cleared through the Bravo at the east route northbound. TBM 3 Kill Papa. Okay, so that's that. Now, that was difficult. Let's see here. So everything is squared away. I'm tracking towards that golf course at 5,500, and I'm cleared through the Bravo, which I will be entering in 3 minutes or so. It's going to be in my... I'm just guessing. Let's just check. No, 1 minute. So how about that? Anyway, yeah, I'm 3 minutes out from the golf course, which is inside of the Bravo there. What else can I deal with now? So I'm going to just do that, and once I get out, I'll...
We're 542 Tango, Salt Lake Center, IDEF.
So how am I going to do this? I should have planned this a little bit better, because
542 Tango, thank you, radar contact 24 south of Wilson Creek, maintain 14,000.
what I want to do now is to go VNAV direct at some point towards that 4 miles offset, which is basically on the edge of the delta here. I want to go VNAV direct to that at some point, so that it doesn't wait for the normal place to descend, but it will do it immediately. But I won't descend unless I can get altitude at my discretion. I'll see what the ATC says.
Alaska 373 Echo Bravo has Yankee requesting ILS 12.
For 3 Echo Bravo, roger, connect Big Sky approach 118.9 or 7.
11897, Alaska 3 Echo Bravo. Big Sky approach, Blanket 373 Echo Bravo, 11,000, 11,000, with Yankee requesting the ILS runway 12.
373 Echo Bravo, Big Sky approach, roger, you can expect the ILS 12.
Expect 12, ILS 3 Echo Bravo.
And the Bozeman altimeter 3009.
This plane is basically invisible in the dark. It's a spy plane. All right, coming up on the golf course.
3 Echo Bravo, actually we can make this easy, cross Thalia at 8,000, cleared ILS runway 12 approach.
Can I see the golf course?
Cross Valley at 8,000, clear the ILS 12 approach, Blanket 3 Echo Bravo.
So let's see, do I have any camera angles?
Hey, firm, 3 Echo Bravo.
Just cheating and looking for golf courses in the dark. Okay, it's turning, and it's routing me towards that little fix that I added to just in at the approach end of the west runways. So that seems to be working fine. Yeah, you know, the golf course style. I'm just curious to see if I could see anything. I'm guessing the darkness beneath me is going to be more of a golf course.
745 Whiskey Romeo, Centennial Ground, runway 17 left, taxi by Alpha.
Yeah, Alpha to 17 left.
They should put out NOTAMs for unlit golf courses. Okay, so you flew the TBM through this airspace then. And well, Flagstaff is actually one of the next legs. Actually, I think this ABC takes me to Deer Valley. The next one is just 20 miles away or something, and then the next one after that, that's going to be Flagstaff. See traffic. Now it's turning me back towards the what is it called again? Piestewa Peak. Okay, I should be I'm still in the Bravo when I get out of the surface Bravo here, but I could descend and get out of it. But I'm not clear to descend, so I'll do what ATC says. Okay, yeah, so you had it stuck in Flagstaff. I've been at Flagstaff maybe 3 or 4 times. And even fewer at the other one. What is the other one? That
clearance, Challenger 5 Echo Foxtrot, IFR to Palomar.
There was one just north of here.
You do have another one in you.
You convinced.
I took a lot of convincing.
Yeah, I'm guessing that.
For 5 to Echo Fox, request to the Palomar Airport, Keens to departure. Then as files, climb via SID, departure frequency 119.2, squawk 6257.
Let's try VNAV direct now, see what happens.
Departure, then as file, climb via SID, departure 119.2, squawk 6257.
Nope, nothing changes because it's written towards that one. So now it's doing something here.
Centennial Tower, King Air 745 Whiskey Romeo, holding short of 17 left at Alpha 1, ready.
745 Whiskey Romeo, Centennial Tower, fly runway heading, runway 17 left, clear for takeoff, wind 160 at 8.
Runway heading, 17 left, clear for takeoff,
okay.
fly Whiskey Romeo.
I see the problem here. The top, I've set an altitude at VPP PEC, which is going to make that be my top of descent. Okay. Okay, so that experiment didn't work out. Oh well, I'll do it another time. Okay. 118.4. 118.4. Wind is from the west, so it's going to be 2-5, and can take the left side. I was experimenting with the VNAV direct function, and I messed up by having an altitude too much. Okay, now I'm clear of the Bravo, so I'm gonna...
For 3 Kilo Papa, leaving Phoenix Bravo airspace. Now radar service terminated at Squawk VFR. Change to advisory frequency approved. Safe landing.
Squawk and talk VFR. See ya. See you, Kilo Papa.
Okay.
Thus and thus. Deer Valley traffic. TBM 133 Kilo Papa is 4 miles south, inbound to land, runway 25 left. We'll be entering 45 for the left downwind. Deer Valley. I'll try to explain a little bit better after I'm established here. But basically, there's a I can try to do it now. There's a VNAV direct on the VNAV functionality in the Garmin here, and I was trying to see if I could coax that to work based on what I've understood by it. And I'm not sure that I've really understood it, so that's why I wanted to try it. So basically trying to teach myself how to do this. Okay, the airport is right there. Since I'm descending now, I can actually dare taking a left. What would that be? 270 or something? Left 240 to get down to the pattern, because I'm not going to be busting the Bravo now. And I'm expecting any traffic in the area to advise. I'm not going to be having them. I'm not going to ask. That yaw damper, though, I'm not sure if I like that. That it's automatically doing its thing. Because I always forget to turn it off, and then I'm messed up. Let's get this to 2.5. Thus. Yes, I did turn it off, but I've forgotten a few times, and then it's all hell loose. Deer Valley traffic, TBM 3 Kilo Papa entering the 45 left downwind runway 25 left, full stop, Deer Valley. And not too shabby as far as pattern altitude. Okay, do I have any traffic here? I did see an airplane while I was circling here, but I'm not seeing them anymore. Let's call this left downwind. Deer Valley traffic, TBM 3 Kilo Papa left downwind 25 left, Deer Valley. Approach flap. No, I don't fly at night that often either, but it has just happened to be so lately for some reason. Whoa! Now I got more light here. What happened? Some atmospheric condition happened? Gear down. Yeah, I think it's there are some fog or something rolling in here. Okay. No traffic on final. Yeah, I'm gonna wait with the full flap. Deer Valley traffic, TBM, 3 Kilo Papa turning left base, runway 25 left. Deer Valley. Okay, gear down at 3 greens, and all of the lights are on. I just need flaps. The last flap. And I'm going to be landing on the left side. Deer Valley traffic, TBM, 3 Kilo Papa, turning final 25 left. Full stop, Deer Valley. And final flap. White over white, you're high as shite. Perfect. It's really disconcerting how this plane changes to a very nose low attitude when they are full flaps.
500.
Very different perspective than when you're coming in with the Beaver. Then again, comparing this to the Beaver is kind of, yeah. Yeah. She's always talking about my airspeed. Melted, slippery, buttery butter. 37 feet per minute. I call that good. Yeah, I'm gonna keep rolling here. Do it like this, and take this one. Ah, that was the other high-speed taxiway. Ugh, that was bad. So good landing, but a bad taxiway choice. Okay, let's stop here and clean the plane up. Deer Valley traffic, TBM, 3 Kilo Papa clear, off, 25 left, to the left. Deer Valley. Right. So yeah, I should have taken the previous one, this Charlie 7. Anyways, flaps. Confirmed flaps up. I don't want to pull the gear up. Taxi light strobes can come off. And Bob is your aunt. Let's see what else. The ice can, well, I can take those off now. And set trim back to takeoff, so that's dealt with. And I'm going to Cutter Aviation, which is straight in. So I'm coming up on Charlie now, crossing via Delta 6. Okay, let's stop again. I want to have my safe taxi up here so I can actually confirm what I'm doing here. Okay, good. clear on the left and on the right. Okay, so this is where I'm going. And I'm crossing now the Delta taxiway. Apparently, I cannot see it, but it's supposed to be there. Ugh, one of those ugly planes. They are really, really ugly. So apparently this is Qatar Aviation. I'll park next to that ugly plane. Okay, parking brake. Set. Yeah. Screaming at me. And cabine lights. So what I will do then is I will do that. What's the ugly plane? Let's see if I can quickly jump outside. This thing with the canard and pusher props. It's not a Ferrari, I think, but it has a, what is it? Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, P180, but there's something else. There's a name to it, isn't it? Yeah, that Swarm is the TBM. Well, or that one. Yeah, you ever heard those planes? Avanti. Well, ugly AF, for sure. You did? Well, send me the picture. I would love to avert my eyes. Well, it's not this one. Right, let's runway clear. That's fine. Shut down. Okay, parking brake lights. Why do you turn off the lights first and then shut down the plane? That makes not that much sense to me. I want lights on. Okay, it's been idling for long enough, so I can turn off the AC now, and the blood can be turned off. Yes. And you also turn off the lights. You turn off the lights before switching off the engine. Well, the battery can handle having the lights on until the engine has stopped. I'm thinking it's kind of useful, especially in the night, to have as much lights around the plane as possible, so that people can see that you're still actually running. Anyway, so let's go to low idle. So, flat blades, so 15 seconds, and then I can shut the whole thing down. So, shutting it down, I should... Apparently, it's very important that you recognize that the boost pump is coming on, but I guess that's to verify that it's actually working, so... There's probably a good reason for that. Yeah, well, it's a non-issue to have the lights on for a few seconds after you're shut down as well. If your battery is that weak, then, well, what can I say? Right, shutting it down. And there's a Christmas tree coming up. There, we have the boost pump coming on. And I can turn that off. Off with you. Off with that. Off with that. Off with that. And now I can take the lights off. Come on, stop yelling at me. Okay, the Musketeer was a lousy battery. Okay. Is that gone, by the way, now, the Musketeer? Is it out of your world? Let's see here. Generator off. No, wait a minute. Yeah, I can take the generator, but that's really not that important. But the inertial separator must be off. Have any of you TBM pilots ever started the engine with the inertial separator on? Is that non-event, or does it really does it matter? Okay, so it's gone. The Musketeer, the Muskrat, gone. It's a shame. Even I like that plane. Okay, so lights are all off. Only the axis lights are on. They're gonna turn off by themselves after 3 minutes. Generator off. And now it's screaming at me again. And what? Oh, I turned that was the source I turned off. Okay, that makes sense. You did, Thomas. Okay. So, but no foul, no harm. Well, that is. Let's turn this off. I don't like leaving it there. Shut down. Thus. Right. And walk around. Let's shut the door. And set the chocks. And this one, I never find the click spot for that anyway. Yeah, so I'm going to do that via the panel. I gotta say, those click spots for this plane is they are really difficult to find. They're like a quarter of a pixel wide. It's like walking outside a black hole, this plane. It's so dark. It would probably look amazing in AX-Plane 12 though. Because it's the lighting engine in AX-Plane 12 is better, so it would probably look absolutely gorgeous. And the last pitot cover goes on that way. It's going to be finished. Like so, and I'll just bring out the payload, so a manager, so I can put that on. Let's have a look. I'm always curious about this. So, engine temperatures. What can we glean from this? So, this little valley here was when I switched it to low idle, and then it stabilized, and then it went down. And I'm always so fascinated by this because the combustor is apparently, you know, storing a lot of heat and you know, giving it away. What am I seeing today? Usually, I think I've seen the combustor be the hottest part, and that these only cool down, the ITT and the turbines only cool down after that one has, maybe that was the case still, and it just cools down faster today. I have to look back on the previous recordings. I have to check that, because I'm usually expecting this to be hotter and these to rise. Well, I'm babbling. I have no idea. I don't know how this works, but it's very fascinating. And I did look back at that time I had the Hotstart, where I filled the combustion chamber with fuel and let it sit there for 20 minutes, like 20 seconds, like an idiot, and then I lit the fire with the ignition. It wasn't the worst hot start. I've seen other people reach 2,000 degrees, where it's basically the whole thing is toast. It just barely went past 1,000 degrees, like 1,050 degrees or something. So it wasn't, I think at least, but it was definitely not 2,000. So it wasn't the worst one, because I think the only correct thing I did, at least, was to turn off the fuel, so I didn't add more to it, and I switched off. I don't think I turned the ignition off, so that was probably a mistake. But I did at least abort the starter. So, anyways. Parked next to the Avanti P180, which I got a link to. Let's see if I can bring that up. Wow, it looks like it has a mustache. Are there more pics of it? Oh, those are others. I kind of like this one better. Oh, wow. GBR Aviation in the house. Herc is a proper plane, for sure. Oh. And suddenly, of all things, well, planes, I think we can at least agree that planes are interesting beasts. That is a good looking plane. Lauda. FedEx. Purple box. There's very distinct lacking of general aviation here, though. You need to fix that. What the hell is that? Is that thing landing? Is that a air brake or something? What the hell is... A speed brake, okay. It looks very dramatic. and its size. Probably, I mean, it looks like the plane is coming very, you know, on a very steep angle, so it's probably hid behind the canopy here. So it's not, everything is not up in the slipstream, but still, it's just, well. Anyway, they probably know what they're doing. Yeah, that's a peculiar air brake as well. Opening up its ass cheeks like that. Anyway, I'm sure there's a million pictures here, so it's just difficult to stop, but I have to, because I need food and I need sleep. Thanks for sending the... that picture looks better than this model, though, so that there's at least that. Let's see if I can have a look outside here. GA stuff. Okay, so you have a separate one. Oh, it's still GBR Aviation. But it's Cessnas. Oh, T6. Stagger wing. Yeah, lots of cool planes here. What is this? The fox moth? What? De Havilland fox moth? Now I'm confused. Yeah, this that's a beautiful plane. Good old days. So what's going on here at Phoenix? I see planes. And I see moon. Oh no, nosed over. Well, that's I've got a good good zoom on this camera here. See if I can find the Apollo landing site here. It's kind of hid behind the pixel there. So did they trash the whole stag wing because of the nose over? It's not a little bit dramatic to go to that length. Well, send it on my Discord when you can. The stagger wing crash pictures, horrid as they might be, because I'm going to go food myself up. So thanks for flying with me, and good night and good luck.